Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. First carry for Kenyon Drake. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Kenyon Drake last year versus Cleveland, absolutely unstoppable. Ran for 137 yards. Remember, 4 touchdowns in the Cards' 38-24 win in Week 15. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. He'll buy some time right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your court.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
By Patrick Peterson.
So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's ready to get into the top 5.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First down Seattle.
Here's Carson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Chandler Jones so quick. He was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, That is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted. On-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Carson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Seahawks nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
He's tackled it.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
1st down, Seahawks.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
40-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but To go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now it's Lockett. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Carson, and he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared, and yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
2 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Underneath, he's got Olsen. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Wilson's trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Jalen Thompson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 37.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed. Coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And the half will begin with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Down, Carson, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They run again with Carson, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. They run it with Carson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game at 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Kenyon Drake in Week 16 last year against these Seahawks had a career day, 166 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns as well, as the Cardinals won in Seattle 27-13.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A big play there on the catch and run. This is Carson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Andy Isabella. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Sets up 1st.
So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the 1st interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown.
Chris Carson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go. The ball ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right on to something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. Here's a first down throw that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now. It's Carson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Now it's Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick is...
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Seahawks 19. Cardinals 14.
5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On third down, Wilson. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Shotgun now from Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
He was taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Murray from midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He's back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Cardinals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Seahawks 19.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll go down at the 28. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Seattle.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
On the jump ball. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to almost certainly win the football game.
A 40-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
To throw is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3.
Today's final score.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Cards, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.